his mom. But Kendrick really wrote a verse to every part of his family.
Daughter. You really got a daughter?
I don't know if that's true.
It's so, nah,
it damn near don't even matter though. Like,
it really don't.
I'm just about to put that on your jacket, nigga. Nigga, you got kids out here, nigga. Bro, if a nigga can get that off for you in a battle rap, that's sick, bro. I'm gonna lie on this nigga's kids. And then, but that's what make it crazy though. Cause Drake went on Instagram and was like, nigga, what 11-year-old daughter? But ain't say nothing about no pedophilia though. Like, what you mean, nigga? Nigga, there's a bunch of other shit you better say something, nigga. You sound crazy right now.
You thought that was my daughter?
Yeah. You thought that was my... No, nigga, I just wanted to...
Really
That's
just
like when a
his
girl dressed like make a whole paragraph and then nigga dress one part of the paragraph.
Yeah. Nigga, I wasn't even...
I was saying hella shit.
I wasn't even over there yesterday. Nigga, I was over there 2 days ago, nigga. That nigga Drizzerton. Nah, we wasn't gonna bring that up, but I did want to see how you felt about if you want to speak on that, him being like Jewish and like him being attacked for it, cause he a white boy now. He not Drizzy no more.
What you mean he not Drizzy no more?
Well, just hip hop kind of took that away from him. He can't be black no more. They don't want to hear him say nigga.
Rick Ross and Kendrick Lamar?
And a lot of people too.
I mean, he's still black.
Exactly.
Is he still black?
His dad is black. I don't care.
Was Drake ever black?
Is he black?
It's like,
Hold on, I don't know if Drake is black.
What you mean? According to what?
I don't know how much of. See, that's why
His dad is like full black, right?
But I do think
mixed, he's still black.
I think it has to be some type of parameters on being black. I don't think you can just get the token black. Like, do I get to call myself white? What if I had a white grandparent?
It's not the same as being black, bro. It's not.
Wait.
Like
What you mean though?
Because it's like if it's a mixed woman, you gonna say she's black. Like you might say she mixed, but she's black. She's not. You gonna say she black before you say she white. White don't have the same like depth as black does. You could drop 2% of black in something. It's black.
Oh my God. How do I say this?
It's like when you drop oil in some shit, you change the whole color.
All right, so I see a mixed girl, and she identifies with being white.
Oh my fucking
No, for real though.
Identify
If she identifies, like if I ask her who
I'm
she
gonna
is,
tell her she's fucking black. What do you mean?
she's still black?
Yeah.
so that means we gotta tell white people they black too.
Yeah, brother. Hey, you're black, brother. What do you mean?
Wait, hold on. What?
Nigga, they love that.
Bro, if it's a
Right,
mixed
don't eat that
person,
shit up.
if it's a mixed person and they got white complexion,
But Logic.
Lodge Bob. Hold on, do you like Logic too? That seemed like your bag a little bit. I ain't gonna pay that. That's a guy. I ain't gonna put that.
Oh, brother.
I ain't gonna put that on your jacket. But Logic out here saying, is Logic black?
And he mixed? And one of his parents mixed or something?
Is he
He
black?
be saying nigga though.
Drake be saying it.
And Drake is black.
I don't know. Drake self-admitted.
He's getting a little beef. Now niggas ain't black no more.
Yeah, this is. I'm sorry. We hypocritical. We hypocritical over here. Because you can get it off for 15 years, but as soon as Kendrick say this, now I have to think about you. All right, you did say you was Jewish. You had a bat mitzvah. Black people not having bat mitzvahs.
I've seen it before though.
They have them.
Not often.
You can't have a bar mitzvah, but no, you can't have a bar mitzvah if you still be of the culture. That's a whole other culture. That's a whole other culture.
Wait, no, he's snapping though. That is an entirely different. We don't even what?
Wait. What y'all talking about, nigga? We the real Jews.
Oh. Right.
Ain't the way that they identify is like with Jewish is like, I know Jewish is not a race, but they say like you're not Jewish unless your mother is Jewish. I thought that's how they like identify it.
But Jewish is a religion.
It is, but
I think it gotta be
that
might be true. I just think it need to be a better way of identifying it. Because with black people, I don't like to give people, oh yeah, you black, just because
they're black.
Just because somebody else in their family is black. if you benefited
If
from
their
the,
immediate parents are, then yes, they are black.
but if you yourself have, do you think there's an experience that comes with being black? And how much does that factor into being black?
Yes, there is an experience that comes with being black, but at the same time, you walk across the girl that don't take care of her hair, that hang around all white people, she's still black. She might not have nothing to do with black culture, but she's still black.
But
You
she
know
has to,
what
she
type of
has
person I'm
to,
describing.
she has to go through that experience of walking around with, because nobody's gonna say her hair is fucked up if she's white. The fact that she's black and her hair is fucked up, that's her experience. That's what she got to go through. So I'm saying somebody like Drake, his hair can't even get nappy. He don't have to deal with that experience of being told, "Hey, your hair fucked up, your edge up fucked up, your shit look like Cheetos." That's a part of it, and I do think that is vital to the black experience, and I think it's like a big reason why hip hop is like forming against Drake. Like, yeah, we done let you get this off for a while, but not no more. Like, I don't know if we could let it get off no more. I don't know. I feel like it's just
Our minds have been like warped on this, because when we break it down, we all the same people, we all the same race, just different shades. The color is just a color, but look, the difference comes in culture, in the area that you grew up in, and your habits, and the rituals that y'all do, holidays and shit. That's the distinction. The skin color, that don't even matter. That's a different shade of the same people, the human people.
So with that being said, if you don't start out in a culture but you live 15 years in that culture, are you just like adopted into that now?
See, that's but we is like, when we go to a new habitat, we adapt to that shit.
Yeah, like you naturally adapt to some shit, but it just kind of fucked up. Like, all right, if we accept you in our culture. By the way, shout out to Drake.
Bro, it's like tribes, bro.
Shout out to everybody. I love all y'all.
It's like Jake from a different tribe. He tried to come in our tribe and just kick it.
But we accepted him in this bitch.
Right, and now all of a sudden, because there's some shit going on, no, that nigga's
Wait, we don't sound like that.
I feel
We don't sound like
I know
that.
what the issue is. All right.
Wop,
I don't think
wop,
it's the fact
wop,
that we accepted him. Listen, y'all. I don't think it's the fact that we accepted him. I think we're mad that he's a leader. You get what I'm saying? We don't want that to be our representation, because we shouldn't be. I don't think we should say Drake can't be black. You get what I'm saying? Because obviously he's black. He did, and then we shouldn't be pointing at Drake, for example, because a lot of niggas is doing what Drake did. We seen Travis Kelce just had him a black girl. Now,
he had a Boosie fade. They said he started the shit.
He started hitting the gritty and all that. Next thing you know, he getting swifty. You feel me? Like, and that's because it's like, nigga, cultures are like, we too open.
We don't gatekeep our culture enough. And that's my thing. Like, not that I'm trying to exile niggas from being black, but I do think we gotta establish some form of gatekeeping a little bit.
You said we mad because he came in our tribe and he at the top, but that made me think we put him at the top.
That's what I'm saying. That's why we mad.
Yeah, like we allowed that shit.
But at the same time, y'all wouldn't be questioning it if they didn't say shit about it. That nigga Ben did blackface 50 fucking years ago.
50
y'all ain't
of
said shit about
50
that.
of
Now all of a sudden, Rick Ross said something. I was like, ooh, no.
That point out the hypocrisy. We is hypocrites. But it's a fine. All right.
Hey, we gotta do introduction.
We do have to do that. Go ahead and do what you gotta do, man.
Hey man, we back. STB Network, man. We back. We got a special guest. We got Yana in here.
Yana got bands.
Introduce yourself.
Hi y'all, I'm Yana Styles, stylist, entrepreneur.
Stylist
Creative.
entrepreneur.
Owner of Steels on Wheels.
Steals on Wheels.
Shop with me.
You've been going crazy too, by the way. I've been peeping.
Yeah, you've been snapping. You're an entrepreneur and stylist, all of that. And it embody what STB is, but what do you think when you hear STB or secure the bag?
When I think of securing the bag, it just sounds like just multiple flows of income. It also sounds like less work and more of the money working for you. I think it was just a conversation I was just having this morning about the true idea of wealth to me is figuring out how to work not work as much and make more. Like, what can you do to like work the least amount and make the most money? Because the moment that you're not working and you're making money is when you're really securing the bag. Otherwise, it's just like give and take. But I feel like securing the bag is mostly multiple streams of income and doing it without working hard.
With that being said, what do you what's like your ideal like is it a place that you want to get to in life, or you feel like your journey is like never ending? Like once you get to the place you want to get to, it's gonna be another place that you want to get to.
Yeah. My bad. I'll talk to you. How do I move it? Just like that?
Bro, you need to do ASMR or whatever. You know that's it. Where they,
ASMR.
Can I lift this?
I remember you was conflicted.
I don't want to break
Misusing your influence.
Push this.
They said that's what
Okay.
that's what Kendrick said to J. Cole when he apologized. I remember you was conflicted. Y'all niggas stupid. Nah. So what do you see like? Oh yeah, what I was saying, like, do you see, because you said securing the bag is having multiple streams of income, but not having to put forth much work to get that or to have those bags secured. So my question is, do you see like success as like a finality, or like once you reach a goal, you want to keep going towards other goals? Like it's a never ending process.
I definitely think it's a never-ending process. I think once you reach one goal, I'm just getting to the next goal. I do have specific like aspirations that once I reach them, I am gonna feel secure in a way. But I don't want to get to that point and be like, "Yep, that's it." Like,
What point is that though? Like, do you why you feel like you can't be secure right now? Why you feel like you gotta?
I feel secure right now
Okay.
in different ways, as far as like financially.
Okay.
You know, I feel like there's a lot more I need to be doing.
And that's kind of like because of course secure the bag is about finances, but it's more so like a play on words, and it's, you know, about securing yourself so you can get to the bag. What parts of yourself do you think that you had to like fix or like hone in on to even get into the entrepreneurial space and thrive in it?
Interestingly enough, I feel like I was in the entrepreneurial space before I was secure in myself. Like it was kind of a backwards like type of trade. I remember being in 9th grade going into 10th grade, and it was the summertime, and my dad, shout out to my dad, he basically like was like, "Hey, there's this summer camp. It's for like entrepreneurs." Mind you, I'm in 9th grade, so I'm 13. It's for entrepreneurs, and I want you to go, and I want you to do it, and it's going to be at 8 a.m. every morning in the summertime. Every Saturday morning, excuse me. I'm like, "Dad, come on. Like, that's not going to happen. I'm not trying to do that, whatever. And he left it alone at the time, and I knew when the due date was because I had to write an essay for it, and I did not make the due date at all. And he was like, "Yeah, you missed the due date." And I was like, "Yeah, I know." And he said, "Oh, but I contacted the owner of it. You still gonna send the essay in?" And I'm like, "You're crazy." But all right, bet. So I still had to do the essay, and I end up getting in. And it was a life-changing experience. There are things that I've learned when I was 13 years old that I still apply to what I do in my businesses to this day. And it was an obligation for me at the time that I did not want to do. I was like, "Dad, it's summer. I'm 13. But those things stuck with me. So to go back to your question, at that time and moving forward, there was a lot of things that I tried even when I first got into college, even when I was in high school, as far as selling face masks, selling just things off my body, like clothes-wise, making plates, just doing anything because I knew that it was in me to like sell something and make my own profit and not have to answer to anyone. But in adulthood, I came to a different chapter of just securing myself because at a point I was on airplane mode. And I just was like in a lot of spaces making a lot of money, and I did not feel like myself at all.
Could you describe what you mean by airplane mode? Because I felt that as soon as you said it. And like you ain't really even go into detail, but I felt that for real.
I know the type of person I am as far as like being an empath, and like I've touched on base with this with Keon before. There's like creative spaces. Connect and Create is one of the peer spaces that I have sometimes. And if it's that or if it's pop-ups, I'll just be there, but I'll physically be there, but mentally I will not.
Present.
I won't remember anything. Like I will end that event and people be like, you remember when? I'll be like, no, I don't remember. I was just trying to be a host. I was just trying to be there. So at a certain point last year, I kind of took a step back and I was like, I gotta get grounded. I gotta like learn who I am as a person. So I took a step back from everything. I didn't do any pop-ups. I didn't do any peer spaces. And I kind of just really honed in on what I enjoyed doing and who I was when nobody was watching. And
My fault to cut you off, but I just want to say this right quick. Her events, like they really impactful. Like I don't think because she don't be president, obviously, but I didn't see motherfuckers crying there. Not for real.
no, we was in the woods crying, like on some like I had my first
In the
few
woods?
ones. We were in the woods. The first few times we were in the
This
woods.
is a pure play? That's what you call it?
peer space.
Peer space.
Yeah, like your peers, like a peer
Oh,
space.
peer space. Okay. Y'all was in the woods for the peer space.
Yes, it's called Connect and Create. And so it's kind of a space for people that are entrepreneurs that have businesses, but also spaces for people that don't really know what they like to do. It's not honed in on a specific person, but
Wow.
anybody that's interested in finding out more about themselves. We just come together, kind of do different exercises, but also get along with each other. And there are a lot of connections that have taken place there that are still like
Wow.
happening right now. To
That's
this
also shit you
moment.
do.
That sounds like my bag.
If you did some shit off like that with shrooms, it'll be some deep ass shit. I ain't gonna lie.
Like when I say we was first time in, we was in the woods crying together. Like
How many of y'all was it though?
it
Like
started-
30 people out there
I can show
crying?
y'all visuals when we get done, but like it started with probably like 10 to 15 people. The second, third time it was probably like 30. My last one that I did last year, it was 72 people.
Damn.
And we weren't outside at that time. It was winter time, so we were inside and we could barely fit. It was also during a gallery hop thing, so people were coming in and coming out. But the final like total number was 72 people. And imagine them just coming in, telling their stories and kind of leaving and coming and going. And we all just kind of connected and then created based off of that. So
That's
Is it always
fire.
outside in the woods?
no, so the first couple of times it was. One of the times I had it at my mom's apartment because she was moving out, so we had extra space. So I had it there a couple of times. I had it at a art gallery. Shout out to Wood Gallery. It is for people of color to expand themselves, and that was the last one that had 72 people in it. I want to get back to the woods, but unfortunately, they were tripping, and Keon was there, and
It was by our apartment.
yeah.
Wait, why was they
They
tripping?
I seen they be on some shit like it be on some colonizing shit. Like once you making money off the land, like we want a piece of that, or
Or they're
we need
trying to
see
just figure out
licenses.
what's going on. So I was going out there and I set chairs up beforehand, and I came back out to get something out the car, and he was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing? Do you live here?" And I'm like, "No, like I do live here. Like I live here with my brother." And I was calling Keon my brother, and I called him. I'm like, "Come, Keon, come out here real quick. Like I need them to know that this is that." So he came out. And they're still like, "No, you should have asked us. You should have done this, that, and the third." And I'm like, "Okay." And I called the owner or whatever. They got her on the phone. And I was like, "I'm not being combative with you right now, but unfortunately, I've set up everything." I said, "If you really want me to leave, I will. But I would really appreciate if you would just let me carry this out. And I will make sure that I do the necessary, like, preliminaries." And she was like, "Okay, that's fine. I respect that. You can have it this time. Cool."
But and that's how
We
you.
all get out there.
Well, go ahead.
And I think it's because they could see from the office, they could see us. And I don't know if it's because people were smoking. I don't know what it was. But by the time when I put the last chair, when I put the last chair into the truck, the police were pulling up. And I'm like,
crazy.
we wasn't out there turned. I didn't have a radio going. We didn't do shit wrong. I literally explained to her exactly what the event was and everything. The police were there. She didn't say nothing to me. She talking to the police as I'm getting in the car. I said, "You trifling." That's what I told her. I said, "You're trifling as fuck." Because I didn't do nothing to you. And I was respectful as hell. And you said I could do this. If you had a problem with it, you could have told me to leave and I would have went.
That was a
But
white
But she
woman.
said,
called,
"Yeah,
though?
you cool." And then called the police. Yeah, it was a white woman.
It's called gang stalking.
What you was about to say?
I like the way you handled that situation. Like instead of snapping on the lady, that's how you really like persuade people to get what you want. You just ask them nicely, like
Calm, yeah.
because the moment you get to raising your voice or tripping, that's like, oh, you really not
No,
doing
I
it.
also feel like that's what she was expecting of me to do, was to like,
It's
be
like
like,
bait.
"This is me," like, you know what I'm saying? And I can go that route. I have no problem going that route, but I knew what I wanted to do and I knew how I wanted things to end up. And I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna get what I want out of this if I tell you you got me fucked up. Because you did have me fucked up. But I was just like, I'm not being combative with you. I understand where you're coming from. And I did mess up. But is there any way? She like, oh, it's fine. No, at first she said, we're going to call the owner and see how she feels. I called her, said the same thing. She was like, it's fine. You're good. Came out, the police there. I'm like, and it was right when we got done. So I was like, I did what I needed to do. And everybody felt what they needed to feel there. So I was upset about the way that it went down. Because I'm like, I don't feel comfortable going there no more. And there's people that ask me, like, when are you going to do it in the woods again? And I'm like,
You don't even know the
really,
half of
a
that.
lot went down that day. So I don't know how I'm going to go about it this summer. But I definitely am revamping it.
I definitely done made some connections in there. It's definitely, well, I feel like with you, the kind of energy thing you explaining, I think you give it so much, like, you really pouring your energy in it that you, I don't know how to say it, but you just not really, like, it's for the people. You give it all you got. You don't got nothing left for
I
yourself.
want to speak on that though, because that's big. You giving all your energy to something, and it's like you allowing your energy to be, you giving it away, so somebody's taking it. You know what I'm saying? Do you feel like it's an importance? Well, I do feel like you do, but speak on the importance to like taking your energy back, and you feel me, being selective on where you shared and where you
I think
deposited.
that time that I took, like, to take a step back and go to therapy and learn what I really enjoy doing outside of an obligation or a job was, like, vital to me being able to go back out in those spaces, because I think I told Kiana about this, but, like, I would end those events and cry. And I did not know why I was crying. And I would bawl out every single time. And I remember my boyfriend being like, what's wrong with you? And I would be like, I don't know. I could not tell you. I just have there's a range of emotions that are just literally pouring over me right now. And I think now I've developed this shell to where going into these spaces now, I'm going to have to, like, probably take a step back. But it is also important to have people with you on your team. That's why I, like, really respect what you guys have going on here, because it's like a team is so important. It is so comfortable to be able to do something by yourself and be like, I did all of this, or whatever the case may be. But it is so much better to have somebody to be able to fall back on. And being
we
like,
appreciate
hey,
that.
I need to take a step back from this. Could you hop in, whatever the case may be? And, like, y'all all can be on the same page and at one accord. Because in a perfect world, I would have that. And that's what I'm trying to do eventually, is be able to just pass the torch to somebody else and be like, can you do this for me? Or can we handle this? Or you take this on and I take that on. But at the time, I was just like, I was so like, I'm in this.
I say this, if you really want that, y'all kind of gotta be on the same accord. Like,
And
they
that's what
gotta
I'm
see the
scared of.
vision. Like,
That's what I'm scared
Yeah,
of. 'Cause
no, I
don't
see
know.
what you saying though. Like it's gonna kind of be like two puzzle pieces linking for real. Like it's almost not even gonna be so scary because you know what type of time that person on. Like, but to go back to what you was talking about, like when you said you would lead them events and cry, do you think that's because you was taking on other energies or? Okay.
Yeah, I feel like I will never deflect or turn away from the fact that I am an empath. But I feel like growing up in the way that I grew up and, like, taking on people's problems as my own, that is all I knew how to do. And, like, being a middle child is so, like, that part of me is so deep rooted in me that I'm, like, learning how to, like, move around it and do things differently. But, like, growing up, I always felt like I could be like 6, 7. I feel like my parents' problems were my problems. Anything I heard, they didn't directly tell me. I could be listening to their problems.
feel that.
And I would be like, this is on me. So
And you
if I go
inherited
into
that,
a
yeah.
space
bro, I'm about to
and
say,
we're
imagine
all,
this is 70, 30 people. It's
that's what I'm
crazy.
saying. So imagine being in a space like that and it's that many people and I feel like I could help them if I could just do this. I could do that. And then I go home. And it's like I never once took a step back to I didn't even go to the restroom to be like,
Can I put a perspective in your head?
Mm-hmm.
You like, by having that space in general, you're helping them.
Mm-hmm.
You letting them get their shit off. We making connections. I done made a few connections in there. You doing your part. You don't need to take on the rest of everybody else's.
But it's your natural impact. I
and
know
I'm
what you're
wearing
saying.
it. Like I'm wearing it.
But
like
that's
a
what I'm saying. If
jacket.
you look at it like I'm doing my part, you probably not looking at it like this is my part. This is how I help them. You want to help them even more. You want to do it for them.
Yeah.
I think naturally though, that is what being an empath is, because I'm the same way, and you just inherit the issue, and you want to have the solution to the issue, but it's also I think important to like you said, ground yourself, because you start seeing, especially with being an empath, what it's doing to you. And you feel me? Like this girl I talk to, like she always tell me you can't pour from an empty bottle type shit. So if you ain't not building yourself up or not, you feel me, feeding yourself, you can't feed somebody else. So that I think it'd be like naturally empaths will go through that. I think it's like a purge from society. After a while, like you done took on so much different energy that you like gotta kind of take a cleanse or a fast from everything.
It's interesting that like the word empath sticks with me so heavily because I just recently had this moment of epiphany where I think I was listening to a podcast, they were talking about the difference between being an empath and being sympathetic. So being empathetic versus being sympathetic. And they were saying like an empath is somebody that feels with you.
Exactly.
And a sympathetic person is somebody that they understand where you're coming from. They might not get into your position, but they want to help you. Like they want to do the next step of like, okay, this is your problem. How do we go forth? And like, how do we help the issue or whatever the case may be? And so they had tied it to like men and women and how women are generally empaths. Not saying it doesn't happen both ways or people don't have both in them, but like women usually lean towards the empathy because we want to feel so bad. When we feel like somebody's not feeling with us, we feel like nobody's hearing us or listening to us. We're like, feel with me, get in this moment with me, like what? And a man is like, nah, I'm sympathetic, so what we gonna do about this? Like we could sit here and we could feel bad about it, but like, how do I help you? Like what do we do so that you don't feel this way anymore? And so I feel like I was just juggling both, but like empathy wise, I was just going in there and I was leaving and I'm like picking up my book bag.
So you kind of feel like empathy is more like feminine?
I would just say it's like predominantly happens more with women. I wouldn't say that it might be a feminine like trait, yeah. But I would
or
say
just the energy of it is
and male. Like I just feel like men think of more like a logistic, like a square, whereas women think more like not
that is
men
disrespect, low key,
like,
but I understand that
more
though.
like logistics, like a square, whereas women
like
are
we
fluid
solution driven and
yeah.
But on the same token, like, cause I consider myself, I am empathic, and I'll be thinking of that as like a superpower sometimes, like
It is.
And when you kind of like with the meditation and everything, like you kind of sharpen your empathic skills and it become like telepathic sometimes, or you feel me? Like it translates into other things to where like even empathy itself is almost telepathy. You feel me? Like, dang, is EMP like, do that got something to do with the mind? I ain't gonna lie, bro. We gotta get into Latin root words. I ain't gonna lie. Like, my English low key be like wanting me to do that. But yeah, like, do you ever catch yourself kind of like thinking on behalf of somebody or like communicating with them without them being there type shit? Are you big into astrology?
No. I think it's
You about to disrespect it.
I'm not gonna disrespect it. I just was raised in a very religious home.
Oh, you think it's blasphemy?
Blasphemic.
Like
In a way,
demonic.
I don't think it's
No.
demonic.
Well,
I just think
blasphemic
it's-
is just kind of saying it goes against your religion.
Yeah, or it just kind of it gives too much power to another being.
But who would you be giving that power to?
And I just think people just get too tied into astrology. I'm not dismissing. I don't want any like I don't want anybody to feel
No,
some type of way about me
I
saying
feel
it,
you.
know
I
what I'm
feel you. I
saying?
don't even want to
But
set
I
you
just
up like
speak,
that.
You know what I'm saying? I just speak from how I was raised and also my own personal experiences. I did at one point I was interested in it, but there was another point when I was too interested, and I felt like it had too much control over me, and I also feel like I idolized it, and it put me in like a shitty position one time, and I just convinced myself that it was because I was reading into these things. I never got so far as to listening to somebody. Like, I think I might have scrolled past some tarot cards or whatever, but it was really like if something came across my, because I'm a Libra. If it came across my timeline, I was stopping, I was reading it, whatever the case may be. And then it would be like, Libra, this is about to happen to you. and something did.
That's a rabbit hole.
And something happened to me, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Like,
But
I
the
was
same
so
way you
mad
read
at
that
it.
and it manifested itself is the same way you could have read something positive and that manifested itself.
Yeah, and there
too.
has been many positive things that have, but I would just rather not even touch
Go ahead.
those things.
Now I don't want to get on like some metaphysical spooky shit, but you tapped in. That's what I think. Like even everything you describing from the events and the empathy to that, like I think you tapped into the.
No, she's
the other-
beyond tapped in, and it's like nobody has the power but yours. I think like the one part you might have glanced over is just how much of a role you play in what you have going on in your life. Like,
You want me to tell you exactly what it was? Because I don't feel like I had no power over what happened at all.
you could tell me. I do
So
feel like you
one,
did. Though.
I do.
I feel like you were
appreciate
so
and agree with
aligned.
what y'all was saying, and I agree with the sense of things only have the power that you give them. So I respect what y'all saying in that sense.
I
But
like that you said that.
to speak on that, the thing that was like the straw that broke the camel's back, it was like, Libra, this is your upcoming week, right? Sada. I see black screens for you. I'm like, what the fuck? So I exit out. My phone breaks. Not even 24 hours after that. And it's a black screen. Everything else is working, but it's a black screen. And I was like, you gave this too much power, and now your
Yeah.
screen is jacked up. And I said, I promise on everything I love, I said I will never, if that stuff pops up on my screen, I will not be looking at it ever again because I gave it that power by reading it. And I felt like
Yeah.
that was the reason why it happened.
But that got to be separate from, because that's on the internet. So that got to be separate from what's in like these texts that have been around for years. You know what I'm saying? Like certain stuff, I feel like it get like people say woke now to describe people like us, but people like us don't describe ourselves as woke. That's kind of just what, like, things get oversaturated, I feel like. And that's kind of I feel like that's what happened to you. Like, you went down some shit, you was on the internet
So why
reading
did that
it,
happen to me then?
but you gave it, you don't think
I
that.
believed it?
Yeah.
That's how my screen fucked up because I believed it.
Wait, what? You wasn't believing it when you woke up?
I was confirming what y'all saying.
Yeah.
You said you was down the rabbit hole, so that means the shit you seeing, you agreeing with, or you wouldn't keep seeing it.
Or you wouldn't even seek it out if you didn't believe it. Cause you was looking for that. Like,
Came across my timeline. What else was I supposed to do?
you was looking for that though.
But that, look at the power that you have, though. Like, not on those
And think about how algorithms work in the first place. You know that whatever we talk about, we gonna see something that we talking about on our phone later, just cause that's how it
That's
works.
so
So
jacked up, bro.
it is fucked up, but that's how it works.
What does that mean?
What you mean?
Like, why is that happening? Are they listening?
what are you talking about?
Yeah, the algorithm is. Yeah.
No, we're talking about two different concepts right now, I feel like. But, like, I was just asking, like, a small
You could go back to what
excerpt.
you said though.
Yeah, go ahead.
You see it and I say it's great breaking and it covered you. Imagine if you was looking into something you actually wanted to happen.
No, imagine if she would have seen that and like, no, my screen is not breaking. You feel me? Like,
No, your screen broke.
No, screen was about to break regardless.
no, it don't have to break though. Like, it really
So
don't.
my screen broke because I read that.
It's
Bro,
almost like you
what?
put a spell on yourself by reading that and believing it. That's what I think.
Okay, so why would I continue to go down? Like,
Break the
and who
spell.
said that I was believing it? Because I X'd out of it? I feel like me X'ing out of it was me dismissing the situation.
I don't feel like that's what it was.
How?
You didn't say nothing about.
I said,
You X'd out of it because you was low key shook. You was low key like believing that shit. Like, oh yeah, y'all got some bullshit in store for me. Let me get up out of here. I don't want to see no more of that. As opposed to seeing it and being like,
why even go down that road if I don't have to? Why even toy with that if I don't have to?
because I think that was it was almost like a trial and error thing with you seeing how powerful you are and how much you can. Yeah. I was just saying, I felt like Moses. When May started, this is really the new year for real. May is the new year.
Yeah.
Spring, yeah.
Yeah. And I just felt like everything was just opening up. Like I just moved, get over there. Get out the way. You know what I'm saying? And you feel me? Just laid the path for myself. So it's like, I feel like that's what life was showing you. Like, whatever you give credence to or whatever, you feel me, you giving the power to, like you said before you even went down this road.
I'm saying fuck that astrology stuff. Like that's just probably saying? Something you're actually interested in, I feel like you could create it pretty quick.
I think you should go back to astrology too.
Nah, if you don't want to fuck with that shit.
I probably won't.
I mean, it's there for a reason, though.
Everything's there for a
You're
reason.
right. Everything's there, and everything happened for a reason too. So your phone was supposed to break.
Yeah,
Shout out to
I
that
needed a
phone.
new one.
You got a new one.
That's
It
cat.
was a lead up for this one right
You said that's cat.
What's that?
Zodiac, like astrology,
That's cat. Explain it.
bro. You can't fucking
Wait, what part of it? What part of it
He was
is
about to
cat?
go
Let me
in.
look up what astrology is, because I feel like
said
what you think is cat.
Wait, go say it.
Yeah, go
nah,
ahead.
it's
go ahead.
like people they. So let's say I'm Aquarius, so it says like the shit. I don't even know how to explain it.
Hold
but
on,
it
don't.
should be-
Whoa. You're tripping on Dusky right now. Not too much on Dusky.
No.
Whoa.
Wait, what happened?
She looked at me like, she was like,
No, the reason why.
That's hate, and that's bad hate.
No, the reason why I
Don't
did
support
that,
the hate,
No,
BR.
the reason why I did is because he was like, "No, that's cap. That's fucking no. That's not real." He's like, "I'm an Aquarius."
Nah, but look,
No, like
I'm
when you
a-
said Libra, that's how I was thinking too. Like,
Nah,
I'm
look,
listening,
people.
I'm listening.
So they get their zodiac sign, and then they believe it to the T, like everything. Like they live off of that, and it's like, bro, you don't have to listen to that shit. Like you could
Nah,
be.
bro, niggas believe what they want to believe. Bro. 'Cause it'd be like, if it's like, oh, Aquarius is like, say niggas like, oh, Aquarius is really like the lamest niggas. They not gonna be. They like, no,
that's
cat.
not
nah, the niggas be lame as hell, nigga. Nah, niggas do be believing they lame as fuck now. All up the Instagram, like, nah, bro.
no, but what they're saying is, they'll see something they like,
They agree.
and they'll say they don't like.
It be selective, and that's why I agree with that. That part of it is cap. But I think it's something to, like, shit, I believe in the age of Aquarius. You feel me? And that's
You
Damn,
might
I
as well
love you
get
too.
that tattooed.
Wait, you said you was Aquarius? It's the age of my nigga, bro. That's
age of my
My nigga, I'm weak.
in pride, nigga. You in your pride right now, nigga. Talk about you believing everything.
Now look, I believe it, but it's like I don't. It's not.
But they oversaturated with shit that you can't believe. I do
Exactly.
feel that, and that's it. Like that's why, shit. The purge. A lot of times you gotta fast from social media, and people don't really be on that. People would say fuck the astrology before they say fuck social media. It's like nah, they overclouded this shit. They oversaturated this. Like this field not to be tampered with. But a lot of shit is just. It's also that a lot of knowledge is sacred, and people be learning one thing without understanding everything else.
It's not really understood. They just know the surface. I think a lot of that shit is like, it's perverted. I don't know a better word, but like.
That's a good word. That's a good word.
I think it's real shit to it, but when motherfuckers start making these pages, they just trying to confuse.
But I think it's the same with the religions too, though. Not to shit on nothing that you feel me.
I'm firm in mine.
You feel me?
Hey, dog, when they do the cars, I be this is a little ass black lady that be coming on my live streams. She like when she be doing the things, it's so funny, bro. I was like, it's comedy, but it's like I can see why people like this shit because it's like she's like, oh, she'll flip over cars, like, oh, it's the devil. Oh, he's watching you.
Oh, he
Yo,
got
this and that.
you.
Oh,
He about to do you bad.
He thought he blocked you, but he's really watching you. Like she'll really say it, like, and they'll really be like, "Yeah, I know." Like they want to believe.
I
this shit,
knew
bro.
it. I felt it.
Right.
Bro, and that's the thing too. Like people be allowing themselves to be. See, that's why I don't like being, like in the clubs and whatnot, cause like your energy just
Too
being
many energies.
taken, yeah, and you taking other energies in there too. So you could feel however they want you to feel just off of that. Like you don't know how you truly feel or what you truly align with until you just fast from everything.
Bro, you know what's crazy? Now you snap. Because you know what's so funny, man? Even we was talking about this with Cito. Like, niggas that died that, like, we didn't expect would ever die. And it's like, damn, how did that nigga die? But it's like, energy is that, it's like, important. That, nigga, even a nigga who can't die would die.
Niggas is
just because his
dying.
energy in the wrong place. Like, that's how fucked up this shit is, bro.
That
But it's
ain't
crazy.
never died before.
R.I.P. everybody.
R.I.P. the whole world for real. Cause everybody gonna die.
You know what I think it is?
Jesus
And why people like, I think people they're looking for themselves, they trying to find themselves, but at the same time, they let other people tell them what it is.
Yeah, some people enjoy being led. Like some people need to be led. So like that when they're looking for like answers
real?
to things, they're like, please lead me. Yeah, some people don't know how
like
to
a
be
cult.
leaders.
Yeah,
Sometimes they need to be led. That's why like going back to the if they tell you like you're this way or you're that way, the reason why I feel like I disagree with that specific aspect is like I feel like in all arenas, like if you scroll down something where they say Aquarius or Libra or whatever the case may be, you can apply yourself in certain ways to each one they speak
Yeah.
on. It's like they make things so like broad and mundane. You're like, yep, that's me. But then if you read somebody else's, you're like, yep, that's me. Like everything can be for everybody.
Yeah, that's a fact.
That's how they get you though.
So with being an entrepreneur and you being a woman, what do you feel like are some of the biggest obstacles that you face?
I feel like recently, I don't feel like I've been recently getting into pop-up shops a lot more to get my face out there and like allow people to put a face to the name of my brand. And it's a lack of respect when it comes to being a woman. They don't take
From
you that
other
seriously.
women too?
From women because I feel like that it's just like dog eat dog with women. But like I'll never really take heed to that. But as far as like the men, and like I have to speak specifically for the vintage industry right now because that's where I've been heavily. I don't only sell vintage clothing though. I sell like something you would probably see on the rack for like 90% less than what you would see it on the rack for right now. But because the vintage events sell, I've been in them a lot lately, and it's just like they don't even look at you twice about certain stuff. This past event that I was in, I'm not going to speak too heavily on it, but there was like a setup where you buy a certain amount of like space for a pop-up, right? And it's like a 10 by 10. And so we come in, me and my little brother, we come to set up, and like this guy has his rack pushed so far back on my stuff that I fucking paid $350 for. And I go speak to him about it, and he kind of just was like, oh yeah, okay. And he like fake tussles his rack a little bit. And I'm looking at him like, you didn't move anything. I was like, but I paid for this spot, and they have tape set up to where I can like see, where I'm supposed to be at.
Oh,
And
so
he
he
just
knows
was not.
where he's
He knows he's in my
out of
shit.
bounds all the way.
And he just like a shrug it off type thing, like, oh, she's just selling her little tank tops or whatever the fuck.
If I would have
doing.
moved it, nigga, you would
And
have lost
he,
your shit.
I pushed his shit. I pushed his rack was up against mine. I pushed his rack all the way back, like, and he was kind of looking at me like, because I was on the other side of him, so I couldn't directly see him. But I'm like, honestly, truthfully, I've always known this, but I feel like especially now, it's like people are going to give you whatever you take. Like you have to take what you're owed in this space.
Yeah.
Like if you know that you're owed a certain thing, if you decide to shut the fuck up about it, they're gonna give you exactly what you accept. And so I'm just in a space where I'm like, I need to take what I need. Like I'm getting it, and it's the same thing that y'all are getting. That's what I'm gonna get, and maybe a little bit more if I'm feeling frisky that day.
I'll take whatever. So you feel like that's how you should see, because it's such a, we was talking about it on live stream, like how should women deal with men that may be abusive, even if it's verbally, like maybe not just physically or mentally, you know what I'm saying? Like how do y'all deal with that? Because it's almost like you got to toe a line. Like if you do too much, then you gonna potentially make this nigga mad, or you feel me? But if you don't do enough, then now you accepting or you allowing, you feel me, some shit that you don't want to accept. So like how is that?
I think going back to like taking what somebody gives you and people doing what you allow them to do. It's just a boundary thing, honestly.
Now what if a man don't accept what you?
You don't have no business around him then. Simple as that. Like when like you're in a space and you have no business being in it. Regardless of how bad you want to repress it or act like it's not a thing.
You feel like that limits your opportunities, like business wise, like the potential of a man, you feel me, having a space that you wouldn't want to be in.
Can you further elaborate on that?
Like say, like Keon, he do photography. Say a woman want to come take some pictures, maybe some like birthday pictures. You know what I'm saying?
Not the birthday picture.
Not nothing crazy. Not yeah.
I'm sorry. I just had a conversation about the birthday pictures because girls be turned.
They be turned
I'm a
for the
girl's
birthday.
girl, but
How do you feel about the birthday picture?
I think it's ass. I think the fact that everybody got to be naked for their birthday is fucking crazy.
I was gonna ask you the idea of it or the way they do it.
No, the way they do it, I'm hats off to a birthday photo shoot, but like,
But you talking about the nudity?
I
like,
think it's a lot of nude fucking birthday. Why we got to get naked for our birthday?
why do we have to be naked?
What's the reason? Because you came in here naked. That's lame.
Keon
as
don't have no
hell.
issue with that.
It's okay.
If y'all want to
with me.
spend that month, yeah. Hold on, roll the dice right quick. Walk that way right quick. Nah, that's crazy. But like, come by yourself. See, that's the type of shit I'm talking about, though. That's the type of shit I'm talking about. Like, this might be the photographer she want to work with. He just told her to come by yourself, though. You feel me? So now she kind of limited in that space. She don't have that opportunity, or she can have the opportunity, but she gotta be willing to do this. You feel me? So it's like, I feel like y'all's opportunities are like somewhat limited just from that.
I think it's just boundaries, honestly. It's been certain spaces as of recent that I've been in that I've felt like, not recently, I would say probably a couple years ago, that I can remember vividly, where I was subjected as a woman in a creative space. And I just had to set that boundary. Like, I don't want to work with you anymore. Like, I don't want to. There's been times I had to unfollow people or block them or whatever the case may be. Like, you cool as a person, but when it comes to business, I have no holler for you at all. It's been spaces where, like, I have been subjected to, like, oh, you should probably do this or you should probably show this. Or there are men that say you should come by yourself.
Yeah, no,
and I'm not fucking coming then.
Yeah, I know
Unless I
a lot
genuinely
of
wanted
niggas
to
is
come
like
to a
that.
shoot by myself that day. But I feel like the sentiment of you even speaking on the fact that I should come by myself is a red flag in and of itself. And women know. Like, women know. We know more than I feel like we give ourselves credit. We know when something is like.
Some women know and they ignore the knowledge.
Yeah,
too.
that's what I was about to say. Yeah.
Because that come by yourself, that's gonna raise a red.
Yeah.
So why would they still?
But some women would still go and then play the role of, yeah. Let's call a spade a spade. I'm a woman,
I'ma
we can-
always
we can
call a
talk
spade
about-
what
so
it
we
is.
can talk about it.
So in that situation, not even just in that situation, how do you feel about? Do you think it's a man's job to protect women?
Yes, I do. I feel like it's a human being's job to be respectful and think logically. I think if people weren't like
Think logically.
if people weren't sporadic or if people weren't disrespectful or violent, there would be no reason to like have to be protected. So I feel like if everybody plays the proper role, people wouldn't have to be protected. Huh?
His women are all
What you mean his women?
like the woman that in his life, or should he just protect all women?
He should protect all women. Why would he protect some and not protect others? Unless a
what
woman
if that
is not-
woman is not his woman, but she's somebody else's woman?
So if somebody come in to an establishment and is being violent and they on that with a girl that's not your girl, but your girl is protected, everything is cool, and you would be
No, what I'm asking you is, if you said it's a man's job to protect a woman,
I don't
he
think it's
asked
his
you-
job. I think it's moral. It comes
you
to
also
a moral
spoke on
compass,
thinking
though.
logically too. So logically speaking, if I enter this establishment and that woman is with her man, i.e. her protector, and he's not protecting her, so it become my job now?
That's why I had to like remove the job thing of it. I think it's a moral thing.
But morally, it's on me now? That's what you think? I think that's
It
I think
being
it's
on you is like that's heavy. That's something heavy to carry. I feel like.
Because he's not the only man in the establishment.
Mhm.
So you think
What, bind together?
I'm not saying bind together, but they should be like, hold on, we can't allow this. You know
Right. Yeah, like that. Like a moral thing. I don't think it's his responsibility. Like, I don't think if he walks out of there and he didn't do it, he should feel like, fuck, like I didn't do my fucking job. It's not his job. But morally, yes.
Okay,
I feel
so
like
what
he
is
should show up for a
protection
woman.
then? Let's say I'm gonna give you I'm gonna paint a whole scenario for you. You walk in, you at the skating rink. You feel me? A nigga in there, he hem his girl up. He skating her over to the lockers. You feel me? He stuff her in the lockers.
Damn.
He stuff her in the lockers in front of Dooski. I just watched Dooski watch him stuff her in the lockers. What is Dooski supposed to do?
Dooski, what would you do?
Hey, I really don't know.
You just watched her do that. She in that locker.
I don't know.
You gonna get in the locker with her?
Nah,
You ain't gotta be
I'll probably
alone.
go over there and be like what's going on? But
Bro, I hate niggas, bro. We know exactly what's going on. I'm an empath. I already told you. I know what's going
So
on
what are
over
you
here.
gonna do?
What am I gonna do?
You gonna turn the other way? Keep it a bean. You gonna turn
Keep
the
it
other
a whole bean. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like the right thing to do, right?
No, what would you do?
Right
is
though.
what I asked.
But listen
Would
though,
you do
to the right thing. Probably.
Okay,
It's a
Spike.
good chance that I'll do it. You feel me? You have to call them authorities and get them. Like, yeah.
That was
Nah,
a good one.
I feel like you gotta go. You feel me? Like, at least attempt to pull this nigga to the side, get him under control, because
You don't think so?
Let me throw a wrench in the. Look,
throw a wrench in there.
look, I'm about to read what I sent to the chat earlier because it was literally just.
But just to finish my point though, I've been in this situation before, and my goal of going over there was, hey, the boys about to be on the way. Like, you don't want to do
on
this.
some calm shit, yeah.
Not even on no telling him. Like, I ain't trying to stop you from doing nothing. I am, but this is how you look. This is what's gonna happen to you. I don't know if you realize what's going on, type shit. And I done had that
And
happen
what
to
if
me.
he say he don't give a fuck?
As soon as they don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck. And I stand on that. If you don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck.
What about the girl though?
What about it? I did what I tried to protect, and that's what is protection though? Because am I supposed to whoop his ass? Is that what you think protection is?
But listen though, I think
Or me trying to prevent you from being harmed?
And what if you do whoop his ass and he still goes home with her?
Yeah.
But listen, this is why I think I don't agree with you that men morally should protect a woman. Because here's the thing, I get that's how it should be. I think morally, everyone should protect themselves. You know what I'm saying?
But what if they can't protect
But that's the thing. That's the issue. You need to protect yourself. If I know, that's why all these issues we was just talking about,
The
like,
only
the
issue
nigga
with-
tell him come alone and shit. That would, you know what I'm saying? The only reason why shit like that happens is because, you get what I'm saying?
The only
I'm
issue
expecting
with that
someone to
is
protect me.
the only issue with that is think about a pedophile. Now you fucking with a kid, and I think it is our responsibility to protect the kids, at least. You feel me? Like, they might not know what they getting themselves into. They might have just invited a nigga over thinking that it was a friend from Cincinnati. This nigga pull up in a Charger type shit. The parents gone, you feel me? They thinking they about to do a play date. It's a 29-year-old nigga get out the car. Like, yeah, that is a man's responsibility to protect
a
a
child?
child. You
Right.
feel me? And women, in some instances, I think it equate, but I do think it's like you spoke on logic, and I think logic play a big role in it, and that's when you gotta put some of the onus back on women a little bit, like to just be.
You know what I'm saying?
wary.
Because like now I can walk to the club wearing nothing, just because I know some niggas might protect me. You know what I mean? Like, you're putting yourself in unsafe situations with the fact of, oh, niggas got to protect me. I think that's kind of fucked up. You know,
Wait,
that's
say
not
that
morally.
again?
He just said some women might take the fact that, oh, it's a man's responsibility to protect me. So let me go out here and do some shit where I'ma need their protection because it's their job to protect me. I.e., let me go to this photo shoot, even though this weird ass nigga just told me to come by myself. I'ma go anyway because men's supposed to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just because you feel that men morally should protect you, that shouldn't then grant you the right to do
Right,
certain
the
shit
ability to put yourself in unsafe situations
where
know
you
what I
need
mean?
that
Like,
protection.
I like what Kev said. He said, in order, like you could protect yourself. Well, this is what it made me think. I forgot what he said, but you could protect yourself by protecting. Like if you know you weak and you can't protect yourself, you protect yourself by putting yourself in situations that will keep you safe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like the message. I know this nigga said come by myself, and it's weird. The way that I protect myself is to not go and not put
Right.
myself. In,
Exactly
you know what I'm
right.
saying?
I do think there's a fine line with that, though. I agree with that. I just think it's a fine line between that and living in fear. And I never want to encourage somebody to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I do think it's just being smart at the end of the day. Sometimes you don't even have to go there. You know what I'm saying? But if you feel like you can't just live your life or yeah, it should never get to that point. And that's the point where I do think like we got a responsibility in that aspect, like to make sure women don't feel like they gotta be out here and dang, I ain't gonna say.
You gotta have good judgment.
What was you talking about when you said like I'm gonna go out here with nothing on?
I'm just saying like they.
She ready,
Bro, gosh, she,
bro,
bro, she
because
was
that's
thinking about that. But
that's
nah,
how
I feel you,
Kendrick.
because I'm saying like
idolizing me. She hit you with that Kendrick.
when you go to the bar and shit, and you see them bitches that my fault.
My God!
Oh, sorry, I'm sorry.
You see what?
It just rolled off the tongue too, like that.
Hold on, they could be bitches for this. They could be that for
But
one
like
for the one time.
it'd be I see
He
girls
went
that
straight to it. Even ask him what type of lifestyle.
they
this
be
is.
so like drunk, high street. They be like literally don't even know where they at, walking all. And I'm like, bro, that's an unsafe situation to put yourself in. And the reason why they feel freely to do this is because it's like, oh, I can get men to protect me type shit. And I just think it would be safer for people. Everything would be safe if we didn't depend on someone to be our savior. You know what I mean? If we just protected
I
ourselves.
respect that. I thought you were talking about clothes. Never mind.
And no, he talking about clothes though. Even
I
if he
mean,
not talking about
He didn't
clothes,
say it. So what do you mean for real? Was you talking about
No,
clothes?
no, I mean, the clothes. It was just a.
but you got a point that you want to make, and you
Because
trying
I'm
to
waiting for
hold.
y'all to say it before I be like. "Rah, rah, rah, rah."
Just go right though. Let me hear that. Let me hear what it's talking about right
talking
quick.
about is what certain women choose to wear, and you saying it shouldn't matter.
Is
I
she
want you to say it, though.
Is a woman subjected to a certain type of treatment because of what she chooses to wear?
You asking us?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
You don't know the answer to that,
I'm asking you what your opinion is on it.
but do you got an answer to that question? Though?
Don't answer my question.
Okay.
With a question. Answer my question.
You right? Is she subjected? Ask it one more time.
Is a woman subjected to a certain type of treatment due to what she chooses to wear? She shows more skin. Let me simplify it. If she shows more skin, is she subject to a certain type of treatment?
I think if a woman come out here, she wrapped up. She don't none of her. Dang, Dusky, what's they called? My bad.
What are you talking about? Oh, the hijab?
Hijab. Hijab. Say they got their hijab on, you can't see nothing. I think there's a reason why they do that. Would you agree?
Why are you trying to answer my question?
I am answering. I'm answering.
You're not answering my
I
question.
am.
You mudding it
I am,
up.
but it's
you making
no.
it muddy right now.
No, I'm making it. I'm polishing it up. I'm giving so that your response don't
You're answering.
discount.
You're still answering my question with another question. I'm asking you.
No. It's and I hope you walking
Okay,
down this
let me
road
give you.
with me.
Let me give you.
I'm
a
not
visual.
even done yet. Though.
If a girl has on,
I'm not even done yet.
if
though.
a girl has on a mini skirt with her ass cheeks out and a bra, and she decides to go out, she probably had 2 drinks. She not too drunk or whatever the case may be. And is she subjected to a certain type of treatment because she has a certain thing on? Are you going to look at her a certain way versus a woman that has everything covered up?
Yes, I'm gonna look at her a certain way. It also depends on where we at, and I think if we in a certain setting, I think women y'all like to act as if
Ooh.
things don't have meaning sometimes.
Just say women like to act. Don't say y'all. Don't.
You said, but you
But
said
don't
us though.
categorize me. I'm just asking a question.
Okay, don't do that to us either, though.
When did I categorize?
You did that earlier when you
When?
spoke about men and empathy. You did that a little bit.
I said,
you said men
I said
thinking in
things
square.
happen predominantly.
You said we think in a square.
I said things happen predominantly.
But
like
you
more
did-
likely this way than
Okay.
that way. But I didn't
Right.
say you, or you.
I didn't say you either.
You
I
said
said
y'all.
y'all. And that's exactly the term you used.
Is there any other women in the room?
Wait, so I'm not understanding your point though.
I just feel like you categorized me when you said that.
You might have been categorized, but I still think women choose to move as if there's no meaning or no connotation to the.
It's like, bro, revelation. That, like, for example, a girl, like you said, was wrapped up. It's the law of nature. You get what I'm saying? A girl who's wrapped up, you naturally not going to treat her some type
That's
of
what
way
I'm
because it's
saying.
concealed.
And she's trying to give off a certain message. Hey, I don't want your attention. I don't
Exactly,
want you to come.
exactly.
So that's why I answered your question with that, as opposed to a woman without clothes.
So you think that she's doing it for attention?
I mean, not
No,
even
no,
if she
I'm not.
is,
That's
what
not
she's
what
gonna
I'm
get.
saying. You
I was
taking
just
a completely different
asking.
thing.
I was
What I
asking.
am saying is when women wear, when women walk outside and they're fully clothed and they're not showing anything, I believe that they are sending a message by doing that. That's what I believe. And whether they want to send a message or not, it sends a message. Because the way you dress says something about you, whether you want it to or not. Like, it's art, you know what I'm saying? So people pick up on something about you, whether you would like them to or not, based off of what you wear. A woman that is fully clothed or wearing a hijab or wearing a robe or a sheet or whatever they got on, it sends off a certain message. And I think a woman that's super revealing in terms of how she dresses, that
Bro, the
sends a
girl with the
message as
job,
well.
she could be like 30 times freakier too. But it's just the way you look at it is like she can't be freaky because she look at like she got all this on. You know what I mean? You see the other girl, she practically revealed everything. You're just more attracted to like.
Nah, we gotta get to nature. Like we men, we like ass and titties. We see ass and titties. Now you shouldn't act on that feeling or like in that kind of crazy type of way. But it's gonna make you like it's
But
gonna trigger
listen,
some chemicals in you.
It's so crazy. I see the ass through the hijab too. I'm not pressed to go.
Nigga, that's on the head. Hey, I feel you.
Get out of here,
Nah, they
bro.
do.
Nigga, you ain't never seen a hijab through the. I mean, what? Nigga, sometimes, all right.
If it's like that, if it's back,
if that wagon out there, and then she go drag the wagon. But you feel me? All I'm saying is everything got a connotation to it. And like he said, it's in men's nature to see certain things, be aroused by certain things. Now, I'm not saying that y'all have to take that into account when y'all get dressed, but sometimes I think it's smart to take that into
Because every nigga, like, you gotta think you in a world full of different kind of people, different kind of backgrounds. Like, every nigga, like, they might see that and that shit trigger and they act some crazy type of way. When another nigga, he'd be cool. He might not talk to her, he might go approach her on some calm stuff. But if a nigga not like that and his mind just on a different type of time.
Now, you don't think you don't think women should be subject to any opinions or any thoughts based off of how they dress?
They shouldn't, but the thing is, like,
I think y'all touched on like the reality of the situation. I think that I was touching on the intention behind like a woman. I'm not saying there's not women that dress for that specific reason, but speaking from
I didn't even give a specific reason at all, though. I just said there's a reason behind it or there's a message behind it.
but what if she just was getting dressed and she thought that was cute today?
that's just what it is.
That's literally what I'm saying, though. Like she might have put that on because she think her body look fire in that, or it's too hot to wear some other shit. Like regardless of what it is, there is a message that's attached to it, though.
And consequences. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's bad, but that's a consequence.
They about to
If
body
you like
slam.
No, I'm dead ass. If you
Whoa, me? Wait, what you said?
I didn't say say anything.
Don't get on Kev like that. She trying to get you up out of here, nigga.
What you doing?
She trying to body slam you.
You just got straight to consequences. Like, it's a consequence because I wore this.
No.
I think that's what I was trying to address more
Yes,
so.
and I get it.
Because
That's why
we
I
were
wanna be the one
talking
that- I
about
wanna be the one
men
to speak
being
on this. I wanna
violent
be the
and
one to speak on this
disrespectful.
Letty, I her nigga.
It's about consequences.
That is
I
a form
know.
of consequence. If you don't want a nigga to touch you some type of way, and I'm not out here touching bitches. I'm not.
Okay, you just gotta clean it up, bro, cause you hit it on something.
I know, but
Where that broom at?
well, bro, my fault. But like, I'm saying that's something that you got. You can't. Yes, you may be like, oh, this is an art thing. I don't want to be subjective and this and that. But you can't be mad at the person who subjects it because you can't see yourself. You know what I'm
We
saying?
can't be
Well,
mad?
besides a mirror, but like
We can't be mad though.
Mad about what though?
He said something about a nigga touching you. Before
No.
I got the license.
But he talking
I'm saying
about
it wrong.
before the
That's why
touch.
she- all
Before
she
the
hears
touch
is
was
the
happening,
touch.
with the thought that provoked the touch was a message that he received.
No, you look at the wrong words. Like
What?
he just said the wrong word. That's all. Wait, that's not the wrong word, but that's not how he meant it though. It's like you can't control what another motherfucker is gonna do. Like you don't
can
know.
only control how
And
you
when he said
go
you
out.
can't
No,
be
he said
mad,
that.
that's not what he's saying. Like when he said you can't be mad, because of course if somebody do that, you're gonna be mad. But he's saying like you gotta think of like
that's one of the.
No.
prices
But she
that-
already said it though. You literally already said when you moving in business, what you accept is what you allow. So if you know that that's what come with dressing like that, and then continue to dress like that around these type of niggas, at what point do you take any accountability for the reaction that you receive?
There's a difference between the reaction I'm receiving and the action that comes after it. Like you can feel a way.
I'm just talking
Acting-
about the reaction.
I'm
though.
just. Why
Yeah,
did we
that-
mention
the
being
action,
touched?
that's
why
wild.
did we mention being touched though?
I didn't mention it.
I'm just saying.
I understand
Y'all
that,
a team.
but,
Why is
but
niggas
listen,
why do we
what
need
you
niggas
what you
more
doing?
are being turned.
You doing what Drake did? Like you trying to take the one thing,
Oh, God,
you trying to take the one shit and respond to that.
Oh, she heard touch. Oh, yeah, you pedophile.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's just using the words that he using. You
Shout
get
out that
caught up.
nigga Drake,
But that's not how he
man.
meant it.
The consequences.
And it's one, yeah, and the
It's consequences, Drake. It's Drake. Hey.
Like not let's replace touching with just being approached. Like some women they're just like that and don't want to.
Even eye fucking though, cause that's some shit that make women uncomfortable. Niggas will eye fuck you from this part of the street all the way down the street and back, and he watched you order and everything. You feel? He watched you take it. Like niggas do that, and that shit is damn near more scary than a nigga trying to come up and talk to you or you feel me start conversation after you done already displayed your disinterest. So it's like even just the reaction is enough, I think, for y'all to let me think over what I'm doing, or at least if I'm gonna do it, let me be aware that that's what's out here, and not try to play victim when you start getting them gazes or some shit. You feel me? Like, cause you can control what setting or an environment that you in, and not only that, you can control what message you're giving off when you're in that setting.
Right, and at the end of the day, for me, I don't care. Like when I see it, it's like I'm not against it, or even my girl, like I'll let her go wear some shit like that. But it's like
Me too.
what
by the
come
way.
with it, we can't control what come with. You know what I'm saying? So it's like what happened is out of our hands. But you a grown woman at the end of the day, you making a decision. And
Free the titties, free the ass. Do it. We love it. He said it's in our nature, and that's the opposite end of it. Some of us don't want to go abuse it. Like some of us, we just like that shit. You feel me? That's in our nature. We love titties and ass. You feel me? So it's like, yeah, free that shit, but it do come with it. You feel me? He said consequences. Everybody got caught this bitch consequences, nigga. This nigga going crazy, nigga. But yeah, Steals on Wheels. How do you feel about men getting grooming services? You got a boyfriend, right? Do he get his nails done, his feet done? Do he do any of that? Mm-hmm. And you like endorse that, like you with that. You want him to do that shit.
Keep it up. Keep the upkeep. I'll be out
Okay.
here looking crusty.
Do you? I was gonna say on the flip side, do you condemn men that don't keep up with themselves in them ways?
I don't condemn them, but I also don't condemn men that choose to do it. It's not
Are you-
like a preference.
Are you looking at a man's nails when you see? Don't.
If they're dirty, yeah. Well, let me check mine while I'm talking.
Yeah, while you talk. Yeah.
Don't nobody got longer nails than me.
Why are your nails so long?
Bro, it's my genetics. I ain't even cap. Like I swear to God, I cut these tomorrow, they come right back.
You be scratching people?
You,
I be scratching the fuck out of people. I ain't about to like. I'll scratch myself,
bro.
Kev, you do gotta chip him up.
Oh yeah, that nigga was bleeding too.
You gotta file them down. I'm not gonna lie. You gotta file them down.
The pinkies will get crazy if I don't touch them. Like I'm talking like sometimes I look like Wolverine type shit.
It's
Why?
no way to. You fuck with the long nails though.
I don't. I'm telling you,
Okay,
nigga,
okay.
I bite them off. I swear to God, the motherfuckers be right. They respawn, my nigga.
Olivia, we need you to come up with a secret serum. Shout out to Olivia. That's what I wanted to say. Shout out to New Passion for Purpose. All her men's grooming services. I know she extending the shop. I'm sick we didn't get that contract, but you feel me? Whoever got it, I hope y'all make her shit look phenomenal. And yeah, man, any men watching this that want to receive those kind of services, go to New Passion for Purpose. Shout out to Olivia, by the way.
Shout out, Olivia. I got an appointment soon. Any women watching this, I'm not a bad person. I'm not misogynistic. I was just trying to make examples and shit. Man.
They gonna want to cut your nails. They gonna want to do that for you. But yeah, shout out to all the women. Y'all don't go too hard on us, man. We just up here trying to learn. That's why we gotta have guests like this. And you is a great guest, by the way. We'd love to have you back if you would ever want to come back.
Of course, I come back whenever.
For sure, for sure.
We'll
see
Hold
y'all.
on. Shout yourself out. Let them know where to find you.
Find me on @_Yana Styles on Instagram or @Steels on Wheels with Z's for the S's. Mobile thrift shop. Also, if you have any styling inquiries or if you just want to follow me _Yana Styles on all platforms.
I'll go tap that, man.
Now, y'all the first mobile thrift shop? Is that
I
ever
like
been
to
done before?
consider myself, yeah.
Well, I never heard of that. That shit, that's crazy.
I'm trying to expand it to, we could talk about that off air, but yeah.
STB shit.
That's money right there.